it to me!
You still got your strings tangled. Thought you'd be glad you got your memories back.
It was still a shock, though. Adol?
This is just like before.
But why now?
Hang on, Adol! It seems worse this time.
Look! Isn't that the same light?
There is no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlord faded away.
This can't be happening.
But why? Adol! You can't go!
It's not fair. This way, Crimson King! Quickly!
Aprilis?
How are you here?
It doesn't look like a trick.
Dad? What are you doing here?
You must hurry. There's not much time. Take the Crimson King over to the next room. There's also something I need all of you to do for me.
What is this place?
There's so many Aprilises!
I can't believe it.
This is the place where Zola first succeeded at making a homunculus.
That's right. You're one too.
The reason Zola turned to alchemy was so he could revive me. So he could revive Saint Rosvita.
What?
I'm sure you all have many questions, but our first priority is saving the Crimson King's life.
We can save him?
What's the deal with him anyway?
Normally, homunculi are born as children. That's why all of you had proper childhoods.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call them proper.
But he was an experiment to create an identical adult replica of the original. And because of that, his body is unstable.
If we do nothing, then the Crimson King will disappear forever. Just as Shadowlord did.
Isn't there anything we can do?
There's not enough time to create an entirely new body. However, there is another way.
It's our first time meeting, but it doesn't feel that way. It's like you and I have been connected all along. You felt it too, haven't you? I envy you for all of your adventures. What a life, a danger. When was the last time you slept in peace? Why keep doing it? Why do you still want to be an adventurer? Yeah, it does. If you don't light a fire, it'll never go out. If you don't make decisions, you'll never be hurt. But you'll never be deterred. You'll keep going until your last breath escapes you. In you, there lies a hope that guides you and everyone around you toward their dreams. Yeah, just the thought of it gets your heart racing, huh? I have a favor to ask. I wish I could go with you, but I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Still, I can't let it end here. Adventures are still waiting for us. So I ask you this. Take my power and my soul. Take them with you on your journeys. Adol Kristen.
You're awake. We're in Zola's alchemy lab inside the prison. It's not comfortable, but there was nowhere else we could perform the procedure. How are you feeling? You might need some time to adjust. Incidentally, I believe this is the first time we've spoken, Adol Kristen.
Well...
Where to begin?
Allow me to explain.
Dr. Noah.
The adventurer Adol Kristen and his homunculus, the Crimson King. Within you resides both of their souls. To be precise, you were originally one person, and now you've become one again.
Do you feel the Crimson King's consciousness and the power you inherited? So that's what happened.
A conversation between souls during fusion. That is fascinating indeed.
Dr. Noah is Zola's assistant, but he has since joined our cause. He was the one who fused both of your souls into a single body. Forgive me, but this was the only way to save the Crimson King's life.
No.
I thought you would be angry with me. You're a very strange young man. He looks to be adjusting well enough. Shall we begin preparations?
Yes, Dr. Noah is right. I was planning on telling you after everyone had arrived. And it seems that time has come.
Adol! You're all right!
It's good to see the procedure was a success.
I suppose introductions are in order. That's right. That makes this the first time we've met, right, Adol?
I didn't think you could do something like that.
At least
Can't wait to hear all about it.
Long story short, you're the same Adol we've always been friends with.
Thank goodness. Yes. My worries have been assuaged.
You didn't call us just for this welcome back party, did you?
Before I get to it, there is something I need to tell you all first. It concerns Zola, the one who created all of us homunculi.
About time you told us who he is, and how you two know each other.
That man... No, the alchemist, Zola, is...
He was a young noble who served Rosvita during the 100 Years' War.
Anemona.
You've regained more memories?
Yes. Some returned when I saw this room.
If Zola served under Rosvita, then they must have known each other a long time.
That reminds me. There was a guy standing next to the saint in that painting. Is that the guy you're talking about? He's just a kid now.
Yes. The 100 Years' War was also a proxy war between the gods. Glia had the blessing of Grimnir. Ritai was blessed by Luki. But the roaring flames of human war eventually ignited the realm of the gods. Divided between the two sides, a war of their own erupted. Ultimately, Grimnir and Luki both fell at the other's hand.
Is this the Twilight of the Gods from the Norse religion?
Yes. Because of that war, the gods that once blessed Glia perished.
That's terrible. Then what is the Grimwald Nox?
You said the gods used the Grimwald Nox to contain and purge the monsters.
Even without the gods, the Grimwald Nox still creates monsters from human emotions. So now, it falls on humans to eradicate the monsters born from them. But after the 100 Years' War, many Glians were overcome with grief. The monsters manifested from them could no longer be contained by humans alone.
What happened then?
That is when Zola intervened. After I was executed, he resigned from the military and returned home. He secluded himself and became engrossed in his research to the point of obsession.
So that was when he began learning alchemy.
But why did he do that?
Thought you were smarter than that, kid.
Papa wanted to revive Rosvita. He respected her as both his commander and the woman he loved. He sold his land and used his inheritance to devote his life to his research. He would often isolate himself in his lab for days at a time without food or rest. The outcome of his blood and tears was...
It was me. I was born from his work.
That's such a sad reason. Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Zola then reappeared from isolation as an alchemist. He proposed a plan to the Glian royal family, who was overwhelmed by the Grimwald Nox.
So that's why.
Only beings of exceptional strength and skill are capable of suppressing the Grimwald Nox. They are doing the gods' work, quite literally after all. Zola's proposal involved the creation of a homunculus army. The Glian royalty, out of time and other options, accepted his proposal.
So that's how he built all of this.
As you know, homunculi are created by replicating existing humans. When the royal family sought candidates in secret, a handful of people volunteered. Yes. The volunteers were my comrades who fought alongside me in the 100 Years' War. You are the homunculi of the heroes preserved here in this lab. The homunculi who have been slaying the Lemiris in secret, maintaining peace in Glia.
And centuries of this conflict brought us to today.
Yes. If the homunculi warriors were injured or killed, new ones were created. Zola even transferred his own soul into homunculi in order to continue his research. Then he gave his warriors gifts that bound them to this land.
That explains what the curse is. I had no idea.
Why were we adopted or given to orphanages then? Was that the case for all of our predecessors?
No. Zola and I raised the homunculi ourselves. But 15 years ago, Zola disappeared. Your predecessors had perished, and you were all much too young to fight. That is why I made the decision to suppress the Grimwald Nox alone. I had no other choice but to entrust you to the people of Balduq.
So you've been fighting alone then?
So then, what has Zola been doing?
Shortly before he left, he said he had discovered a breakthrough in his research. I've no doubt it's the magnum opus he was speaking of, and he's still working on it.
There's one more thing that doesn't add up. Where did you come from? Saint Rosvita was tricked by Bratai's army and burned at the stake. So explain to me how the hell you were created.
Kratos' right. our bodies were preserved.
Papa can fabricate more than just objects and flesh. He can fabricate human souls as well.
I do remember him saying that.
My soul was the first prototype that he successfully fabricated. Using the doll belonging to Rosvita as a relic, Papa placed my soul into it.
Huh?
Well,
Yes. I had the same reaction when I first remembered it. But he had a reason for it.
He needed to put the soul into something I held dear to learn more about my past. From the memories he learned from Anemona and a lock of my hair, I was created.
What?
Now you're telling us he can create people from nothing but memories and hair?
That's a lot of power for one man.
Right? Now we know why Aprilis and the rest of us were created. But what about Adol?
It must have something to do with Zola's magnum opus.
I don't have the answer to that question. But Zola has a deep desire for Adol's copious experience as an adventurer.
Could it be possible that the strange monsters and primordials we have witnessed in the prison were designed based on Adol's past adventures?
You've got quite the fan, Adol.
I suspected that was the case. And if Adol says so, then it must be.
I'm worried.
Worried about what?
Isn't there anything we can do to stop Zola?
There are many things I need to ask him, but nobody knows where he is. There's also the matter of a certain event that's about to happen.
And what's that?
Balduke will soon be hosting its Victory Day festival for the 100 Years' War.
you mean...
It is an annual event. A day that celebrates Rosvita and the reclamation of Balduke.
About that time of year again, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we were too busy to remember. But what does the festival have to do with anything?
The scars left by the 100 Years' War still run deep through this land. Once every year, the Grimwald Nox becomes the more dangerous ultimate Grimwald Nox.
Even more dangerous?
Now that is a celebration I can get behind.
Victory Day is in 3 days.
We do not have much time.
Zola is a threat, but the ultimate Grimwald Nox is a more immediate concern. Before that time comes, you should all take this chance to return to the city and rest.
I think I'll do that. I'm exhausted, mentally and physically.
Yeah, we've all been through a lot. I could use a night to let this all sink in.
I will investigate the Grimwald Nox and Zola's whereabouts. You'll hear from me if I discover anything. Until then, rest well.
I'm ready and raring to go. Ta-da! All forged up. Oh, all done? Say the word and I'll make it. Well, don't just... I'm ready and raring to go. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Let me know if come back anytime.
Adol! Bye-bye! See you later!
The doctor's in. Here you go. Need any take care up there.
Please, Dad. Oh, good. Oh no! Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry. But what a relief. I had a dream that you left somewhere without us. But then I woke up and here you are.
Well,
That's okay. We were just a bit startled when you fainted in the restricted sector. Hey, Adol. You're gonna leave when the curse is gone, aren't you? I've been doing my best to help everyone break the curse. But when Zola told us we didn't have to fight anymore, I was sad. It was this curse that brought us together. What if it was actually a blessing? I was afraid that if this blessing went away, you wouldn't stay with me anymore. I'm sorry, Adol. If only it would never end.
huh?
Did I say that out loud? Well, oh, I know! You've got to slap me, Adol! I can't! First I fall asleep, then I start spouting nonsense. I've got to pull myself together. Togi said that nothing makes for a better pick-me-up than a good slap on the cheeks. So please, Adol. Huh? That's not what I meant, silly. You're too nice, Adol. But that's what I like about you. I've been feeling out of sorts lately. You fell unconscious. My sister was taken. And on top of that, I'm still having trouble believing that I'm a homunculus. But I'll keep my chin up. You helped me realize how brave and strong I could really be. And because of that, I finally gained Father's approval. I have to repay the favor. I'll do my best to help you too. Yes. Any errands you'd like me to run? Here you are.
Can't wait to try it out.
Here you are.
Ooh,
anything else call for me
spiffy.
whenever you like. Yes. What would you like me to do? As you wish.
For me? Why, thank you.
Here you are.
I'll take good care of him.
Anything else, stay safe out there.
Battle! I'm ready and raring to go! Let me know. Come back anytime.
It's my turn.
All right.
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Over here, sir. Come again soon.
I'll handle this.
Leave it to me.
There's much to enjoy at the festival.
Yeah.
Let's go!
A treasure chest.
Switch!
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened. It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed. It was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad.
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yufa.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Even further?
But what about Shadowlard? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlard gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlard. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlard was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you. He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I had my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize. I understand that an apology alone is not enough for me to be forgiven. But I will work to set things right.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, Adol. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's all right. Can we go back to town now?
I'm just happy we could help.
Let's go!
I'll handle this.
It's my turn.
Hunter's Descent.
Here I go.
Something's there. Too slow.
I'm just happy we could help.
Those Roman soldiers are hard to work.
I think there's something here. I'll handle this.
what?
Now then, Monstrum, what do you say we finish up my request?
What?
But you already killed all of the homunculi.
There's just one more to go. This one.
You cannot mean...
Wait, so you're also a homunculus?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? What was his name? Shadowlord? I don't know when he created me. It was probably when the real me came to this prison for an inspection. But it doesn't matter now. Would you oblige me at all? I thought you'd say that. That's why I brought someone else to convince you.
I wish to ask this of you as well, Adol.
Parks? What are you doing here?
I recall Parks mentioning that he was friends with Marius.
Marcus Claudius Germanicus. That is the name of one of the most celebrated, revered people in the Roman Empire. Marius is, with all due respect, a homunculus of that man.
What?
It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
What are you talking about?
Marius is a homunculus of the current Emperor of Rom.
What? He is?
But if you're his friend, then who are you, Parks?
I regret I had to keep it a secret from you all. But my real name is Lindheim. I was formerly only a cardinal of the church, but now I am also Governor General of Glea.
But weren't you supposed to be missing?
Cardinal Lindheim.
I knew you weren't just some old man, but I can't say I saw this coming.
When I went to inspect the prison, I saw an inmate who looked just like His Majesty. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, so I investigated as an undercover prisoner. But I had no idea he was a homunculus.
It was my fault you went through all of that, Lindheim.
Nonsense. It was my choice. I couldn't turn a blind eye to His Majesty, even if you're not precisely the same person. I figured Adol needed to hear this to understand your reasoning.
I believe Shadowlord has some kind of control over me. After we escaped, I knocked Adol out and returned to the prison with him. In the same vein, I think it prevents me from ending my own life. I may not be a real Imperial Knight, but it'd be nice to go out like one. That's why it needs to be you, Adol. You're the only one who can do this.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend. This'll be the last time I take advantage of your kindness. All right, Adol. Don't hold back.
Marius's body is glowing!
I've been better, but I wouldn't have had it at all. Can I say one more thing before I go? In your adventures, you save people's lives. You lead them, give them courage. You discover the unknown, and little by little, your actions change the world. I'm sure, Adol, that you'll come to understand the meaning of this someday.
Well,
Look at me, giving advice on my deathbed. When you find the answer, tell it to the real me, would you? I'm sure that wisdom will help find the one who's behind this. You have to stop him. Thanks for being my friend, Adol. We had a...
Adol.
Thank you, Adol. That may be, but I feel as though I owe it to you both as your friend and his.
He was one hell of a guy, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
The one who's behind this? He must have known about Zola.
So he was the Emperor's...
I had no idea that you were the Governor General, Parks. I hope we didn't do anything to offend you.
Of course you didn't. And I'm the one who owes you an apology. Forgive me for keeping this a secret from all of you.
You don't have to.
I hope you will find the sincerity in my words, despite my prevarication. I'm very glad to have met you all. With that, I should also be on my way.
Maybe...
What? But you can't go! You're the one who started the Dandelion! And I believe it would be in your best interest as Governor General to see this through.
It is handy having you around.
And maybe you could keep those nosy soldiers in check. Well, not that someone like Belger would pose much of a threat.
You are all very convincing. Very well. I shall remain at the Dandelion. Though I may return to my office occasionally to tend to my many long overdue affairs.
Yes.
But are you sure about this? My allegiance lies with Rom.
Of course we are! To us, you're still Parks, not the Governor General.
I understand. I shall be sure to remember that.
How about this one?
Oh, Roderio, that one simply won't do. I think girls these days prefer frills like this one has.
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. You don't like any of the ones I pick. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it yourself.
I do have my opinions, but I could never decide all on my own.
Is everything okay, Anemona?
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Roderio's conversation. It reminded me of something. Of something from your past? Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anemona? What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective? No, silly! It's a new outfit for you to wear. It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you. A present? Then shall I give you something in return? You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anemona. Papa has already instructed me to do so. That's not what I mean. Why? How could you do that?
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything! I've had Anemona since I was little. She was my only friend!
I can't believe my eyes. I thought you were gone forever, but here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now. And I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anemona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anemona, you're smiling.
Oh. So it seems dolls can smile too.
Anemona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps, but only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long. But now, I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adol.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, he sounds unpredictable. And his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah. I just hope that we'll find out soon.